Now that we've created our account and also now that we've created our channel, now it's time for us to create our first course and also publish the course to the front end, and then later create our tracks and also add our cohorts later. Now firstly, let's create a course. All you need to do is to go into your course tab. So if I click on this course tab now, I'm going to have this overview whereby I can see how many courses that I've created. I can see how many people that have enrolled for my course. I can keep track of what is going on within the course that I've created. I can see how many students that I have. I can see so many details about what I've done, so many details about my course. Now you can use this create new course button here, or you can as well use this create button that is on the nav bar here. I can either choose this or I can either choose this. So let me go with this create, because this is going to be showing everywhere you go for you to be able to create a new course. Now I can choose the category or the subject where my course is going to belong. I can create the subject myself anyway. I can either create the subject to be this is like a category now. It can be under communication, it can be under data science, it can be under soft skills, maybe on how to cook or on how to paint house. So it can be anything. But now I want to create a course under information technology, which I'm going to call this information technology. Okay, so after creating this, I can go into my skill level. I want this to be beginner friendly. You can either choose it if it's beginner or if it's intermediate or if it's for experts. So I'm just going to go with the beginners. So also I'm going to call this the title of my course right now in this case is Introduction to Visual Studio Code. You can call your course whatever you want to call it. This is a course on how to cook, or this is a course on Introduction to Data Science, depends on you. But for the purpose of this lesson, I'm just going to be sticking with a course called Introduction to Visual Studio Code. Now I can add a description and I can call this is an IDLE. This is an IDLE. Okay, so you can add your description. It can be more than mine. I'm just adding something just to have a placeholder for that input. So you can add amount for your course. Maybe you want to sell this course for free, or you want to add money to this course. Maybe it's 5,000 naira, maybe it's 12,000 naira. It totally depends on you. If you know that you're going to be making this a free course, you can just add 0 here. You can leave it as it is. Now you can add your course duration. In this case now, my course is going to be under 60 minutes, right? And as you can see here, they said duration in minutes, which means you don't want to add something like 1 hour. You want to actually add this in minutes. Maybe it's like 1 hour 30 minutes. That means you're adding something like 90 minutes, right? So you must break down your hours in minutes. So you can set the privacy of this. You can make it a private course, or you can actually make it a public course. If you make a course a private course, that means it is only people that you want to take this course they can actually take it. But if you make it public, then that means even we as the InstinctHub.com, we can have access to your course. So for this, in this case now, I'm just going to be going with the public. Also, you need to choose a thumbnail. You need to choose a thumbnail for your course. So in this case now, I think I have a thumbnail that I want to use. So my thumbnail is like 395 kilobytes. You should also stick to something small for your thumbnails, so the load time is not going to be slow. I'm going to be clicking on the create course button here, which is what I have here. So upon clicking on create course, I'm going to be prompted to create a module, which is what I currently have here. You can see this is what I currently have here. I can add a module in the sense that how you want to break down your course. Modules, under modules there's going to be steps, which means how you want the particular steps to be. Now in this my module now, I'm just going to be calling the first module Introduction to IDLE, because I know that majority of us doesn't really know, a lot of people doesn't really know what IDLE means. So in my first module, I'm going to be explaining that and also giving people an overview of what is an IDLE, the examples of it, and also other tools that you can use to write your code, other environment that you can use to write your code. So I'm going to be calling this Introduction to IDLE. I can add a description for my module. I can call this definition for IDLE. Alright, so after that, all I can do here is to update the course. So upon updating the course, I am going to get this button here that is going to allow me to edit this module. Upon clicking on this button here, I'm going to be prompted to this editor's page whereby I can edit each and every module under my course. I can add steps under my module. I can add a new module if I want. So because I've created just only one module, which is Introduction to IDLE, you can see that the title of my course is Introduction to Visual Studio Code, and the first module that I'm having here is Introduction to IDLE. I can delete the module if I want. I can rearrange the module to be somewhere else. That's if I have multiple modules and I want the first module to come before the second one. Okay, I can adjust this if it is too big or if it is too small, depends on me. So I can add a step under this module. Now I want to add a step under this module. All I can do here is to click on this button here for me to add a step. So I can add a step and say IDLE. Okay, upon clicking on this is going to create a step under my module. I can create as many steps as I want. I can call this downloading VS Code. That's the next step after explaining IDLE. I can call this VS Code, so which is going to be the second step under my IDLE. Now all I want to do now is to edit my steps, but I would not want this video to be too long. So in the next video, I'm going to be editing my step, and then I'm going to be showing you guys how you can see this on the front end. See you in the next one.